Good morning, beloveds. Happy Pi Day. And I'm not talking about Apple, although you're welcome to have Apple if you want. It's math. It's 3.14, pi. So, as in the Greek letter, as in, math, which I love. So, and as I said, it's March 14th. Our title is I Enjoy the Companionship of God. And our quote is, it's from John 14:16. And I will pray the Spirit, and it shall give you another comforter, that they may abide with you forever. That it may abide with you forever. Okay, you know what? Hang on. Let me try that again. And I will pray the Spirit, and it shall give you another comforter, that it may abide with you forever. Communion with the Spirit is one of the greatest privileges of life. By communion with God, we do not mean telling the infinite what to do or how to do it, for that is talking at God rather than communing with God. By communion, we mean silently entering into divine harmony and beauty until we feel the harmony and beauty in our own souls, in our own minds. For instance, if one finds themselves distraught and mentally upset, and they follow the simple practice of communing with peace, they will find that peace enters into them. They do this by dropping all confusion from their mind and thinking about peace. They dwell on its meaning and feel that they are breathing it into themselves until it floods their whole being with harmony. This is a real communion, not telling peace what it ought to do or be, but entering into its spirit silently, quietly, and alone. And so it is with love or joy or any other attribute of the divine. We must commune by listening and feeling this presence until the presence is real to us. This is the very essence of communion. God is my companion. It is impossible for me to be lonely or alone, for wherever I go, the one presence will accompany me. I have an infinite companion who goes with me wherever I go. I have partnership with the infinite, which is steady and strong and certain. This same presence I feel in everyone, the one companion of all. I am guided by this presence. I am guarded by it. I am kept in the shadow of its strength. I am fed by the bounty of its love. I am guided by its wisdom. This presence is closer to me than my breath, nearer to me than my hands and feet. Therefore, I have no sense of aloneness, nor feeling of isolation, because all the presence there is my companion. In this companionship, there is love, beauty, there is peace and joy, there is happiness and success today and forevermore. It's like wherever you go, God is. But it's interesting that he says talking at God as opposed to, he makes a distinction between talking to God or talking at God and communing with. And that's one of the things that I think that we forget. We forget that, because it's not daydreaming. It sounds a bit like it's like entering into peace, becoming, but what struck me is it reminded me of what Tracy Brown said in the Soul Session several weeks ago, almost a month ago, is about imagining what a world without racism would look like. Like, imagine what a world of peace would be. And it's hard, It's like, what is peace? What does it mean to you? And how do you enter it? And so the best advice that I can give you in doing this, if you're going to commune with spirit and enter into whatever it is that you want, is it peace, is it beauty, is it harmony, any of the qualities of God that you're looking for, creativity, is to engage all five of your senses. You know, sit down and write it out, or whatever makes the most sense for you. Um, what would it look like? What would it feel like? What would it taste like? What would, if you touched it, if you could smell it, if you could engage all five of your senses, because when you do that, you enter more fully in. Any meditation will teach you that. I took a couple of classes, and one of the teachers was Martin Rossman. I cannot think of who the other one was. And that's that when they did those kind of meditations, and one of them was specifically for, one of the books we used was specifically about pain, how to live pain free. And that's one of the things that they did when you sat down and you did the meditations, you used all five senses. So if you're going to commune with God, engage all five senses. Think about and he uses the experience of peace. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? If you could touch it, what would it feel like? And then also, what would it feel like here? Would it be a warm glow? Would it be a cool breeze? Things like that. And it will help you enter more fully into the experience. So I enjoy the companionship of God. And then John 14:16. I struggled with that one a bit because I was trying to gender neutral it, and it took me a minute, which is why I need to read them first. I will pray to the Spirit, and it shall give you another comforter, that it may abide with you forever. I think in that, go read it, because I think in that case, this is where Jesus was going, look, I'm going to go away, but somebody will be here with you. Always. So communion with the Spirit is one of the greatest privileges of life. And it is one that anyone can have if they can make the space for it, which is part of the reason why it is a privilege, because you have to be able to make space for it. And not everybody can do that. That's what we're working on. By communion with God, we do not mean telling the infinite what to do or how to do it, which we're not supposed to do anyway. What, yes, but not how. For that is talking, and he specifically says at God, because we are not listening. For that is talking at God rather than communing with God. By communion, we mean silently entering into divine harmony and beauty until we feel that harmony and beauty in our own souls and in our own minds. All right. Which is why I was like, engage all your senses. For instance, if one finds themselves distraught and mentally upset, and they follow the simple practice of communing with peace, they will find that peace enters into them. And then he proceeds to tell you how to do it. They do this by dropping all confusion from their mind and thinking about peace. And so that's where my advice of, if you're going to think about peace, engage all five of your senses. Don't leave it this Amaltheus, or is it foggy, misty, make it concrete. What are the qualities of peace that you are seeking, and engage all five of your senses. They dwell on its meaning and feel that they are breathing it into themselves until it floods their whole being with harmony. And that's one of the techniques that pretty much any of us do. It's like, breathe in peace, exhale conflict, breathe in love, exhale whatever your opposite for love would be. It's not hate, because that's another passion, but apathy, indifference. So breathe in what you want, breathe out what you don't. It actually works very well for calming people down when you do that. Try it. You might like it. All right. This is real communion, not telling peace what it ought to do or be, but entering into its spirit quietly, silently, and alone. And so it is with love or joy or any other attribute of the divine. We must commune by listening and feeling this presence until the presence is real to us. This is the very essence of communion. Yes, I know who you are. She came in stretching her paws out for the bowl, so I'm just like, I'm going to give it to her. That way I don't have to worry about the hissing. All right. God is my companion. It is impossible for me to be lonely or alone, for wherever I go, the one presence will accompany me. Wherever you go, there God is. Wherever you go, you will take God into the situation with you. You will never truly be alone. Spirit will always be with you. And if that is not comforting, then maybe you want to re-examine your relationship with Spirit. I have an infinite companion who goes with me wherever I go. I have a partnership with the infinite, which is steady and strong and certain. I have a partnership. We have a partnership with the infinite. And that partnership is ours to work on because we always have the partnership. Spirit is always ready to partner with us. It's up to us to be willing to say, okay, no, I'm going to do this. This same presence I feel in everyone else, the one companion of all. What I know as a companion for myself, so too do I know that everyone around me has that same companion. No one is ever truly alone, although many people feel that way. And so I recognize it in them and hold space until they can recognize it for themselves. I am guarded by it. Wait, okay. I am guided by this presence. I am guarded by it. I am kept in the shadow of its strength. I am fed by the bounty of its love. I am guided by its wisdom. You got anything to do? There's a couple of really good affirmations in there for you to use to say, hey, all right. This presence is closer to me than my breath, nearer to me than my hands and feet. Oh, he's quoting Rumi. Therefore, I have no sense of alonement, no feeling of isolation, because all the presence there is my companion. All that God is, I have access to. The question becomes, am I willing to be open to it, to let it flow into me? In this companionship, there is love and beauty, there is peace and joy, there is happiness and success today and forevermore. Okay? So the mission today, should we choose to accept it? One is to figure out what communion means to me, to you. What does it mean? And then to practice it. What is it that you want to practice? What kind of communion do you want to practice? Do you want to practice beauty? Do you want to practice truth? Do you want to practice peace? Do you want to practice love? Do you want to practice creativity? So explore the idea of communion. Explore the idea of entering fully into it until your soul literally sings with it. And then practice it. Try it. And my suggestion of, that's why pick one. Pick what it is, what attribute, what aspect of God you want to be in communion with, and then engage all 5 of your senses. Engage all 5 of them. That is the mission today. All right. Which it is a type of meditation, so that should give you a leg up. Beyond that, as always, I'm going to encourage you in the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something kind for yourself, doing something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. 3 deep breaths, take a nap, take a walk, take a day off. Like I just straight up crashed yesterday. We came home from church, we cooked lunch, and he got ready for work, and according to my activity monitor, I fell asleep before he left for work. I don't think I did. Because I remember saying goodbye to him. But apparently my heart rate had gotten low enough that it was like, you're going down. So, and that's what I needed because I had a very exciting Saturday. All right, beloveds, practice on yourself. You are a beloved child of God. You deserve your own love, your own kindness, and your own compassion. And when you create that habit, you create the ability for it to be a first response. So that no matter what happens to you or anyone else around you, then you can have that loving, kind response. And I'm currently trying to keep one of my cats from annoying the other one, and I'm not doing a very good job. So, Foster is currently trying to rub on the elder statesman, and the elder statesman is like, go away and leave me alone. All right. So I need to get off. Move into the process of my day. So I'm going to tell you the same things that I always do. Do something to engage your mind and your body. Go get a face full of bright light early in your day. Because the time has changed, I sort of saw the sunrise this morning. There were clouds though, so and then drink plenty of water. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. And that opening of the soul that I'm always talking about, that's what Ernest is talking about, communion. Communing with the Spirit. Pick an aspect, open your soul to it. And Emma says one of the ways to do that is to look for the good and praise it. So whatever quality that you're looking at, that's the one you want to commune with. That's the one you want to open your soul to until your soul literally sings with it. So, all right. Have a great day, a wondrous day, an enchanting day, a magical day, a fantastic day, a wonderful day, a bright day, a restful day, a productive day, the kind of day you need to have, a good day. If that's too much pressure, simply have a day because you are enough just as you are. All right, beloveds. Email info@creativelife.org to find out what's going on. There are 3 book studies going on right now, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's also The Power of Decision. I think it started last Thursday, and if it started last Thursday, you can still join this Thursday. But to do that, like I said, email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the list, and then all the hot links will be in that email. Other than that, Reverend David should be on with you around 5 p.m. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. We are on the social medias. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok as Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on 3 of the 4, so feel free to check that out. And I promise I'll get yesterday's service up on YouTube because I was tired yesterday. And yeah, so I fell down on my job a little bit, so it'll be a day late. But all right, we won't be $1 short. Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go to work now. All right. Y'all have an amazing day. Know that you're loved, and I will see you next time.